Welcome to our deep dive into Fermi Inc., FRMI stock which has shown extreme volatility in just 2 trading days. On October 1st, FRMI surged from 25 to a high of 33.46, closing at 32.53 on massive volume. But the excitement didn't last long. The next session opened even higher at 36.09, only to reverse sharply and close at 28.78. This dramatic price action signals intense intraday swings and hints at a possible distribution phase at higher levels. Let's break down what these moves mean for traders and investors. Second trading day formed a classic bearish engulfing pattern. This means the stock opened much higher but closed well below the previous day's close, completely engulfing the prior session's gains. Such a pattern often signals a reversal from bullish to bearish sentiment, especially when it happens on high volume. For FRMI, this pattern is a warning sign that sellers are taking control, and the recent highs may have been a distribution point for profit taking. Volume tells a powerful story. On October 1st, FRMI traded 41.1 million shares, and on October 2nd, 23.6 million, both well above average. The high volume reversal on the second day suggests that many traders were eager to lock in profits or exit positions. On balance, volume OBV stands at 17.5 million, showing accumulated buying, but the sharp price drop on heavy volume raises concerns about underlying weakness. When price falls on high volume, it often signals more downside ahead. Volume-weighted average price, VWAP, for FRMI sits at 30.488. Since the stock closed below this level at 28.78, it confirms a bearish sentiment among traders. VWAP acts as a dynamic resistance, and closing below it means most traders are now holding losses. This can create additional selling pressure as investors look to exit losing positions, reinforcing the bearish outlook. Parabolic SAR (PSAR) is a popular technical indicator for identifying support and resistance. For FRMI, the PSAR sits at 24.5, well below the current price. This level acts as a distant support, and if the stock continues to fall, traders will be watching this area closely. A break below PSAR could trigger further selling and accelerate the downtrend. Linear regression analysis gives us a mathematical view of the trend. For FRMI, the regression slope is minus 3.75, indicating a steep downward trajectory. The R-squared value is a perfect one, meaning the price movement followed a straight line decline from the intercept of 36.28 to the current 28.78. This precision in the downtrend suggests strong bearish momentum and little deviation from the path. Zero deviation in the linear regression means the price has moved exactly along the predicted path without any significant fluctuations. For traders, this is a rare and powerful signal. It shows that the downward move is not just a random fluctuation but a strong, sustained trend. This kind of technical perfection often leads to further momentum in the same direction. Balanced volume (OBV) is a tool that tracks buying and selling pressure. With OBV at 17.5 million, there's evidence of underlying buying interest in FRMI. However, the price rejection at higher levels and the subsequent sharp decline suggest that sellers are still in control. OBV accumulation alone isn't enough to reverse a strong downtrend, but it's a factor to watch if sentiment shifts. Looking ahead to the next trading day, the technical setup points to a likely bearish open. With FRMI closing near its session low at 28.78 and a high-volume reversal pattern, traders are bracing for a potential gap down below 28. The VWAP overhead at 30.488 creates resistance, while the PSAR at 24.5 is the next major support. This setup suggests a weak start is the most probable scenario. Immediate resistance levels for FRMI are at 30, 32.53 and 33.46. The VWAP at 30.488 also acts as dynamic resistance. These levels represent hurdles that the stock must overcome for any recovery attempt. If FRMI fails to break above these points, sellers are likely to remain in control and the bearish trend could persist. On the downside, support levels are found at 27.39, 25 and 24.5. The PSAR at 24.5 is especially important as a technical floor. With FRMI closing near the low of its daily range, these support zones will be closely watched. If selling pressure continues and these levels break, the stock could see accelerated losses. The bear scenario, FRMI continues its downward trajectory, breaking below the 27.39 support and heading toward the 24.5 PSAR level. The steep linear regression slope suggests that losses could accelerate quickly if this support fails. Traders should be cautious, as momentum could drive the stock even lower in the short term. Neutral scenario would see FRMI consolidating between 27.39 and 30 as the market digests recent volatility. Volume would likely decline as traders wait for clearer direction. This range-bound action could last until new information or a significant move breaks the stalemate, setting the stage for the next trend. For the bulls, a recovery above 30 resistance toward the 32.53 level is possible, but it would require significant buying volume to overcome the bearish technical structure. This scenario is less likely given the current setup, but a strong reversal could trigger short covering and a quick rally if key resistance levels are reclaimed. Given the perfect linear downtrend and high-volume reversal, the most probable scenario is a continuation of the downward move toward the 24.52500 support zone. The technical signals overwhelmingly favor the bears, and traders should be prepared for further weakness unless a strong reversal emerges. With such extreme volatility, risk management becomes crucial. Traders should consider using stop-loss orders to limit potential losses and avoid overexposing themselves to sudden price swings. Position sizing and disciplined trading are key to surviving in a market with this level of uncertainty. FRMI's recent action is a textbook example of how volatility can create both opportunity and risk. While sharp moves attract traders looking for quick gains, they also increase the likelihood of sudden reversals. Understanding the underlying technical signals can help navigate these turbulent waters. The high volume reversal and price rejection at higher levels suggest a distribution phase where large holders may be selling into strength. Recognizing these patterns early can help traders avoid getting caught in a sharp downturn and position themselves more defensively. As FRMI trades near its recent lows, the key levels to watch are 27.39 for support and 30 for resistance. A break below support could trigger more selling, while a move above resistance might signal a short-term reversal. Monitoring these levels can provide valuable clues for the next move. Market sentiment has shifted decisively bearish for FRMI. The combination of technical breakdowns and high-volume selling has shaken trader confidence. Understanding the psychological aspect of trading fear, greed, and herd behavior can be just as important as reading the charts. Summary: FRMI's technical picture is overwhelmingly bearish. The perfect linear regression decline, high-volume reversal, and close below VWAP all point to further downside risk. While there is some underlying buying interest, the dominant trend is negative. Traders should watch for a breakdown below 27.39, which could accelerate losses toward the 24.5 PSAR level. Any recovery must reclaim the 30-30-50 zone to change the outlook. Extreme volatility calls for caution and strict risk management.